Okay. Another episode of Flawsome. Let's talk about episode 4. I'm really excited for this one. In case you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. And in case you're just sharing my voice, welcome. I really do hope you stay. Please don't forget to interact with my videos by subscribing to the channel, liking this video, leaving a comment in the comment section. And share the video as well. Thank you so much. So yes, let's start with Uduak and Ramat. I told you guys these two were going to find their ways back to each other, didn't I? I mean, it was pretty obvious. But yeah. So, we saw that the both of them decided to embark on this medical journey and the procedures. During that process, they found out that his issue was curable and he just needed to work towards it. And, the moment the doctor was saying to Ramat that she needs to be handed over some responsibilities concerning Uduak, like him exercising, eating healthy, cutting back on alcohol completely. The way she just brought her jotter and her pen, the way our husband looked at her like, yo, were you waiting for this? I'm like, you don't know your wife. Like, this is a moment she lives for, doing things, handling responsibility, fixing things. She lives for it. So that scene was quite funny. We also saw that later on, she met with God Power. They spoke about, what that happened, the kiss they shared. And we saw how she tries to just put that away. Like, it was a mistake. We are over it. It will never happen. I'm focusing on myself. We don't need to talk about it, Slowly but surely. It's just that sometimes, even though we get to put the blame on Ramat so much, like she's trying to fix things and all of those things, I think we can also acknowledge the fact that Uduak too doesn't really want to try. Like, Ramat is really doing a lot, trying to put on a smile on her face, even though she's hurting so much inside her mind. I get that. Majority of the faults came from her, but like she's really trying. She's trying to be there. She's trying to help him, and he's talking about, oh, you're doing this for yourself more than you're doing this for the both of us. I'm like, dude, like, stop being a child, get over this thing and make things work. Like, Udaku can be really annoying, and I think it's best to be acknowledged that. And the scene where I think Ramat came to visit, and Uduak was like, oh, he already packed his meal, he already packed his lunch, he's good to go. I mean, he's taking care of himself. And he was basically trying to tell Ramat that she shouldn't bother. And Ramat was like, oh, that's good, but we need to but we're left to but I want to do something else. And she goes out and brings in her boxes. Like, the look on Uduak's face was that look I had, like, girl, take it slow. Like, I get that we are rejuvenating our spark, our love and everything, but like, take it slow. We are getting there slowly but surely. But like, Ramat is a crazy one, so one would not expect less from her. Now on to Abdu, Dolapo, Ivie and Roti. I felt like that's all outbursts between Ivie and Ramat and Dolapo was like a ticking time bomb. Like, it was bound to happen. It was just taking time because they were involved in other things. When Ivie called, I think when Ivie met with Dolapo and she was shouting, and then during the sip and paint thingy, she was talking and saying, oh, is it because she feels like she can't pay her bills, she can't pay her for the job, how much is it? And then Ramat coming in as well, saying, oh, she should, instead of her fixing people's lives, she's going about talking to Uduak. And the both of them were just going at Dolapo. And I'm just like, honestly, I understand Ramat's point of view, but coming from Ivie, that was so unfair. Like, Dolapo has come through for her time and time again that we've seen on the show. Like, her coming at Dolapo because Dolapo is some days late, some hours late from delivering on her own end, was so unfair. Like, her doing that. Like, this girl has a life to live, she has things she's doing, she has a career that she's trying to put. I mean, I get that is not really an excuse. What do I mean by it's not an excuse? It's like, nobody owes anybody anything, although it's debatable. But I didn't think that what Ivie did or how she reacted to Dolapo was fair in any way, because it wasn't like Dolapo was deliberately sitting around. The initial person that was supposed to wear the dress wasn't in the country, so what could she have done? But that whole thing that Ivie did kind of pushed Dolapo and forced her hands to go out of her way and try and pull all the stops and make sure that they get that dress out. And as God will have it, the dress came handy at the right time, and that client of hers whose sex tape was leaked was able to wear it, and he provided good numbers for Ivie, kept her on the trending box, and we saw how all of that happened. And it was Ivie's reaction when she was trending, like she was so happy, and I'm just like, mama, after overreacting, like sometimes you just need to chill. So I liked that, the ladies, they settled, they made up. Even Roti, even Ramat and Dolapo had a conversation about the whole Uduak thing. And, Ramat was like, yeah, she gets why, Dolapo would do that and think she's doing it for her best interest, but they should allow her do things her own way and believe that she can undo it. So most times everything just boils down to communication. So I liked that really happened in this episode. Abdu is rude. Guy is so damn rude. And we're just although for myself, I'm just finding out in this episode that Abdu is the son of the senator, or the politician, Dolapo is trying to work for. So that explains why he's so overprotective and so overcalculative and so demanding when it comes to that politician. I know, just like the father said, Abdul is just trying to put up a strong front, just make himself appear as someone that is tough and difficult to please. And when they cleared that out and they decided joking, I'm like, what's going on here? I smell some flirtatious attitude here. What's going on? What do I smell? Do I smell some feelings? Can I see some sparks? Turn it off. And I getting home and being on the phone with Abdul. She's so tired. She needs to do. I'm just like, from where to where? Hold on a second. Hold your horses, you too. But yeah, I think that would lead us to the point where Abdul was saying he wants to have lunch with her. He wants to be more than a friend. But fingers crossed on that one. Ronti is such a proud man. Ronti is such a proud man. Like, who does he even think he is, coming to tell Dolapo that they can play on a leveled ground, this and that, orishi. Just like, guy, you think so highly of yourself. Like, you really do not even matter to this woman. You do not matter. She doesn't see you. And it's beginning to look very obsessive at this point. And I hope he heals. Like, I hope Rodzi heals and just leaves Dolapo alone. It looks like there's new problem, or Dolapo, as Sadi appeared at her door. That's Folarin's fiance or wife. She appeared at her door pregnant. I know, of course, before Dolapo wanted to try her, like, what the hell are you looking for here? But seeing her in that state, I'm like, oh my god, another thing for Dolapo to deal with. Like, can this lady take a break, you guys? We spoke about Ivie when I was talking about Dolapo and the Ramat issue. So let's talk about Ifeyinwa. We saw that Mr. Augustine made a deal with Ifeyinwa, even though he had made a deal with Timmy. But it looks like he was boss. Because it was looking like it wasn't coming through, he decided to go directly to Ifeyinwa. And we saw how that kind of swayed her a bit, and she was trying to think about the fact that, okay, I can actually sell this company at a price of my own and also be the CEO. But I feel like that decision might come back to bite her in the ass, because Mr. Augustine doesn't look like someone that can be trusted. He looks like someone that would allow you play into his games, and then he will use what he has about you to play against you. So I really feel like Stride is her best shot. But at the same time, Stride too, when feelings get involved and they have issues, of course it can betray her. Of course bad blood can get involved, it can get toxic. So like she said, I feel like the decision she made concerning making it a leveled ground, being fair to everybody equally, and not trying to be in favor of Stride, I feel like that's just the best option for her moving forward. It's just that I feel like Mr. Augustine and Timmy might outsmart her and play her at her own game. And Ifeyinwa is still drinking, but right now I really don't care anymore, because even when she has this moment with her mom, when she's drunk and tipsy, it opens us to, a lot of things that she doesn't tell, or she doesn't feel, or she doesn't talk about in a real state, in a normal state. We see her telling her mom where she's hurting for, the mistakes her mother made, the places she expected her mother to come in for her, and all of those things. So I liked that we are getting that side of her when she's drunk. And we saw how she even told her mom that because the mom didn't trust her and didn't believe in her, that was why she put up Zenko up for sale before dying. And now she's stuck with the decision the mother has made, because left to her, she would not want to sell Zenko but retain Zenko and run Zenko. So I'm just like, Girl, you have your question. Who says you have to sell get Zenko? I honestly feel like she might end up not selling Zenko, which I think she should. But girl needs to buckle up. She needs to get herself together, because she has to retain the company and run the new company with stride. She needs to stop this her drinking habits. So we saw that Clark and Ifeyinwa shared the keys, even though later on Ifeyinwa came and said, oh, we don't need to talk about the kiss, it never happened, we don't need to ruin our friendship and all of those things. I really don't know how that's going to turn out for the both of them. Are they going to leave it at that? I really do not know, because we didn't get hinted at a new character for Ifeyinwa's character. I really cannot wait for a full set to get into the picture for Ivie. But what of the man she was seeing in season 1? Is that how they are just going to cut us off from the man? We need closure. What went wrong? Can they tell us, even if it's in a dialogue or something? But it looks like we're going to be getting a new love interest for Ivie. But Clark and Ifeyinwa might just get back together. But I don't know about those two. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Are you enjoying the season so far? What have been your highlights so far? Don't forget to interact with my videos by subscribing, liking, leaving a comment, and sharing. I'll love to see you in my next review. Until then, make sure to remain happy, because you owe it to yourself. Bye guys.